Oh, I never noticed that before. What's that?
Welcome to Digging with Deej.
Good morning from the Cashtown Inn just outside of Gettysburg. This is the hotel that several Civil War Confederate generals stayed and met. And this is the wraparound porch. Very peaceful this morning. Even has a swing. And off in the distance is the historical marker, which I'll show you in just a moment. Very nicely decorated with lots of greenery and flowers. So let's go inside. This is the parlor. And you're about to hear the door lock. It automatically locks. There's lots of artwork, old muskets, old maps, paintings, prints. Everything is period to the era of this hotel. That's a small picture of General A.P. Hill, a miniature of the inn, some books available, and these are some pictures. There's another print of A.P. Hill, but to the right are some photographs of the actors when Gettysburg was filmed at this location. Very cool. Very cool pictures of the time that the filming crew was there. This is a very cool, I'm not sure if it's a print or painting, called Serious Work Ahead by Dave Gallen. There's a print of the cupola on the top of Seminary Ridge, and what I believe are some artifacts that were metal detected around the property surrounding the inn. And some other artifacts. It's the entry from the parlor into the tavern part of the inn. I'll just show you the room here. Original fireplace. Looks like a painting of A.P. Hill, General Hill. Great painting. Here's a picture of the Cashtown Inn. I'm not sure what year that is. There's that same painting again.
2 weeks ago.
Is that the original sign on the wall? Here?
That was the sign that was used in the movie.
In the movie, okay. Yes, there was a movie film. The movie Gettysburg was filmed here.
Yes, I did. I'll show you.
Very cool. So that's the tavern part of the inn. Oh, I never noticed that before. What's that? Huh. It's kind of creepy looking. So we're in the parlor and we're going to go up the stairs. I'll show you the different rooms. This is a very cool lamp. Look at that. I'm going to turn it around and look. I can't see a date on it. This is cool on this next flight. (1861) calendar. And then I've been told, while they were doing renovations, the current owner, that one of these books flew. He heard as he was going down the stairs. They heard a book hit the floor. Something hit the floor up here. Turned around and went back up. And a book came out of the shelf and was on the floor over here. So, this is the first landing. Or second landing, I guess it would be. That is a cool picture. So, whoop, oh, sorry if I made you dizzy. This is Room 1, Brigadier General James Pettigrew. And the guests have left, and so they're cleaning the room, but it'll give you an idea of the room. This room is Brigadier General John Imboden. They're getting ready for the next group of guests. Each room, I believe, has its own restroom. So that was room number 2. This is room number 3. General Ambrose P. Hill. This room has already been cleaned. Look at the beautiful bed. 4-post bed. There we go. Very beautifully decorated. Look at the settee. I love that mantel clock. Isn't that gorgeous? And I gave them my picture of Kitty Hill, who very frequently, she traveled with her husband throughout the Civil War and visited him on the battlefield even. So this is what I gave them to keep. Okay. That's beautiful. Before I can't show you the guests are still here. It's Major General Henry Heath's room. And then we will go up another flight of stairs to our room. In our room is the General Robert E. Lee suite. So here's the suite we're staying in. And the first room is like a living room. Got a little refrigerator. I got my table set up. And I set up the camera when I left, and when I came back, it was shut off. And then this side is the metal detecting gear. There's our bed. There's a book. Everybody writes their experiences in it that stay in this room. I think they have a book for each room. And the view out this window. Can't see because of the pine tree. But that's the direction that the Confederate troops came from, this way. And then Gettysburg should be out this window, which you can't see. It's 7-8 miles away. So this window view is the parking lot. But you can see how high we are. There's a car. We're way up here. So that's the tour of the Robert E. Lee suite. And we also have our private bathroom. And I forgot to say, it wouldn't be the Robert E. Lee suite without the picture of Robert E. Lee on the wall.
How you doing? He's really coming down the other mother.
Can you hold on to these?
Where'd you get
Oh,
me?
we just went to the Feather restaurant.
To where?
We went to the Feather
Oh,
restaurant.
okay.
Yeah, just looking for something that was, you know, not meat.
There's always tomorrow. Oh, yeah. There's always tomorrow.
Going to the basement. To the cellar. Gotta watch our heads.
Yep.
We don't have that problem.
Yeah, you guys got it made. Average soldier was only 5'6", so. Take away pipes and wires, they ran around here like it was nobody in business. This would have been the hospital. That would have been the root cellar. That would have been the room the soldier passed away the first night they were here. And over here to your guys is right on the left, was in the two windows that they threw body parts out of, so it quickly became an issue. So, not hard to imagine. No.
Oh my gosh.
Wouldn't have taken much. So.
Huh.
They talk about numbers, people that were treated. Everybody asked me how many people were treated here. We don't really know because it was Southern occupied. Most of that documentation was short after the war. There is numbers that talk about 9,000 to 12,000 brought back to Cashtown. I do feel that's a little embellished. I'd feel more realistically saying 3,000 to 6,000 brought back here. Not necessarily to the inn, but to Cashtown.
Mhm.
That would have been days 1, 2, not including everybody that came back on 3. So,
Right.
you know, I try to be as realistic as I can with it. Because you got to remember the distance we are from where they started fighting. They didn't have that many wagons to just keep trucking people back here. You know, once they would have had more some stuff more established in there, they'd have done what they could.
Right.
But anyway, I'll get the light. This is a little bridge. You got water both sides. Been running for over 200 years, still running today. It's some of the purest water you're ever gonna find. However, once it comes in here in pools, the dust
Don't
is
hit
coming
your
off the
head.
walls.
That's hot.
Yeah, don't.
Don't hit your head or grab it.
Right. Once it comes in pools,
Look at
the
this.
dust from the walls is making it to where you would not want to drink it.
Right.
So I've tested it at like 9 different places. So.
Mm-hmm. This is a lot wider than I thought it would be. The walkway. Okay. Duck. Don't hit your head on nothing.
That's the original cook oven. That cook oven
Oh,
used
wow.
to be deeper. There was a back porch on the end, and the oven vented up through there. When they tore that oven, or they tore the porch off, they filled the back of the oven in.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah. Yeah. The only wall that's not original down here is that wall over there. That wall was poured, all the boards that were used to form that wall all measure different sizes, which leads me to believe it was done a very long time ago. The original foundation wall is there, but it's a couple feet behind that, which makes no sense to me, other than maybe that was something they would have used with the Underground Railroad.
Did they use this as a load-bearing wall?
Really?
The new one?
Well, the way it runs, it's all load bearing.
Okay.
So, but that wall does take up, there's a lot of water that comes through that wall. However, if they were pouring that to shore up the wall that was there, they would have poured it right against the
Against
wall,
it, exactly.
Not 2 feet away from it. So,
Wow.
yeah, who knows? This over here was open fire cooking. This is all chimney. It's still fried on from back in the day. Lee's breakfast is probably fried on there somewhere.
Oh my.
There is a bread oven in the wall as well.
Mm-hmm.
And there used to be a big mantle that ran across here at one point in time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the original, we have pumps in here that regulate this water level now. They pump every so often as it comes up. The original drain line was right here. The water would hit a certain height, naturally drain out through this pipe, daylight itself in the yard, ran down the left side of Cashtown. So water they talk about ran red for 4 days because everything that happened in the hospital with all the rain falling leached into the spring and rained out. That doorway is original. The door is not original, of course, but it would have been more of a walkout basement. Probably had a dirt ramp right there that just went out towards the livery stable back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, all the framework is chestnut.
So where would you...
Whoa.
So they operated on them in the other rooms over there?
They brought them through here and took them out through here.
Okay.
But operated over there.
Over there.
Yeah.
On the other side of the water.
Out through there.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
The original inn was shaped like an L.
Mm-hmm.
The first edition would have been built late 18, early 1900s, I do believe, which is now where our dining room is.
Mm-hmm.
To my understanding, they held reunions here for the Civil War families up until 1931. I kind of feel maybe they did that to have a place to hold that. They then built, maybe in the 1950s or 60s, the far piece that's on in the back, which is 6 and 7.
Mm-hmm.
That connected to that dining room, or that big room. That room, it became one great big room. It's where Hank Williams played. We know he played here.
Senior and junior.
Senior. We know that they roller skated back there. They also had another bar set up back there, so it was like a honky tonk. When the Buckleys bought this in '86, Carol told Bud there was more bread in the bed, and she didn't need a dining room that big. She didn't want to cook for that many people, so they put rooms, the suites 6 and 7 in back there, shortened up the dining room, and that's where we are today with it.
Mm-hmm.
Another piece of cool history.
I love the terms that are like in that industry. There's more bread in the bed.
Yeah.
I've never heard that, but it makes complete sense.
We laughed when she said it. It was funny. Now all those additions are built right on the ground. There's no crawl space. There's no nothing. You can't even access it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Right.
God forbid we ever have problems. Knock on some serious wood.
Right.
You
Mm-hmm.
know. If anybody's in room 7, that's why that floor in the bathroom is elevated. They had to do that to get enough fall coming out through here.
For the pipes.
For the plumbing, yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're in 6. Yeah, we're in 6.
Yeah, the gals, Tim, think might be in room 7. So, yeah. You guys here for paranormal, or are you here for history, or both?
Both.
So they say 6. 6 and 7 get a lot of exposure as far as the paranormal stuff. It's built right over top of the encampments where all the officers encamp back there. So I don't know if that has something to do with that or why people say that, but it is built right over top of their encampments, right on the dirt. So it's kind of neat.
You said the cedar?
Chestnut.
Oh, chestnut.
Chestnut.
Okay.
Yeah, same as the floors. Yeah. And it's not nailed together. Of course, they put these joist hangers back here, but if you look out there, this has been cooked to death back here for all those years. But out there, you can see they're actually notched, and they go into the to the main girder, the main beam that runs through the house, and then some of them are pinned every so often to help hold everything in place. It's pretty neat. That was yeah. I had a guest down here who was trying to pull that out.
Okay, we just came back up to our room. It's getting late. We were just informed that they no longer allow people to go down and investigate in the cellar, which was my plan. So I'll show you where I put everything. So it's going off because I'm walking on the boards, the floor, wooden floor. We've got the doll in the chair. She's going off now because I walked up to it. Got an infrared camera there, my trail camera there. And it's aimed at my trigger objects. I've got 2 cat balls, one by the coins, and I've drawn circles around the coins to see if they move. And then I've got one in the plate with the cigar touching one side and the pipe touching the other. Got a shot of whiskey poured. And then I got a cat ball with those coins. Those aren't mine, those were here. And we got a cat ball in the rocking chair by the teddy bear, which is not, teddy bear's not mine. So if anything goes off in the night, we'll know it because it'll light everything up in the dark. If you're looking for more treasure hunting adventures, please check out some assorted playlists on different types of treasure hunting that I've created for replay. Get out and find your treasure, folks. It's just out there waiting. See you soon.